Perfect. All right. Well, welcome to another episode of the Head Scratchers Podcast, where we overthink life, talk about the mysterious, the spooky, and the weird. I don't know. We get into all of it, but we're also dads. Just what we like to do. Uh, Again, my name is Alex. Got our homeboy Nick, and we got a new homie here. We got KP. We got my neighbor, Kevin here. That's gonna join us. Another fellow dad. Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers, guys. cheers. Your wrist. It's cool, dude.
Man, I'll be honest. I was so excited when we talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
I've always, like, obviously, and you know me, you've gotten the chance to speak to me for a bit of time now.
Yeah.
And you probably could tell this guy doesn't shut the fuck up.
It's all good, man.
Talking. And so when it was to the point when you brought this up, like, it was like, I told him, I was talking to Alani, and I was like, man, like, I'm nervous. She goes, dude, you talk. Like, that's what you love to do. And so it was that buildup of, like, I'm going to sound dumb. I was like, there's probably going to be things. Man. And I was like, but I knew I needed to do it because it was just going to be I knew it's just going to be fun.
Yeah. No,
I'm hoping it builds something, you know.
This is what it's all about, right? Just us dads, friends, really, getting together.
Yeah.
As we progress into parenthood and our kids get older, a lot of times you'll notice you'll have a lot of friends that either fall off. You guys aren't on the same wavelength anymore, and that's okay. That's what happens in life. But I wanted to create this and make it an excuse for us dads, just to be able, we could come together, talk about our issues and things like that, because a lot of men don't. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We hold it in and shit goes down. And since this is an open table, this is where I really want for us, and hopefully this turns into something for a lot of guys, and we're happy about doing it. But not only that, having fun, because I love talking about the spooky shit. That's my thing. And on this episode, we're gonna be diving into Santa Maria, right?
Santería.
Yeah, Santería, right? It's a religion, right? So go ahead and tell us a little bit about it, because I don't really know much.
And that's the thing. Like, I can't sit here and explain it fully, because like, I have had great friends. Like, in Miami, it's very, it's out there, and you kind of know who's in it because they wear bracelets.
Yeah.
The bracelets are like green and yellow, and it kind of gives you an idea that they're into, that someone that they are, or in their family, or they themselves are into Santería. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because they have, I think it's Nirvana or Red Hot Chili Peppers. Someone has the song that it's called that. And
Sublime, not Sublime.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think so.
You might be right. Like, I just know that there was this, and it was in one of those skating games I used to play that it would always come up, and I was like, oh, but it was like, growing up in Miami, me and all my bros would hang out, and I didn't know what it was like growing up. Like, I really didn't, take an idea to it, because these are my best friends that I've grown up with for so long. So it's to the point where I didn't see it any differently as to what was like what they believed in, because I didn't, identify as like, oh, I'm Christian, I'm Catholic, I'm this.
Yeah. So I guess you don't have to share it, but are you a man of God, or what are you?
Yeah. I'm Catholic.
Catholic.
I was born and raised Catholic. I've kind of pushed more towards Christianity.
Yeah.
But it's more so, it's at the end of the day, I fear the man upstairs. He's the one that, does it all.
Yeah, yeah.
And to everyone's each own, and that's the thing. Like, one of my really good friends, he was born into his family, and his grandmother would read cards. So you would pay her, and she would come over, and she'll read cards for you and all these things. And but he was never like the type of person where, like, because when you kind of jump into the religion, it's to a point where there's like kind of like it's kind of like a hazing stage where it's like that 1 year you have to wear all white.
No kidding.
And it's like kind of a thing, and I may be wrong, but from what I remember.
Yeah.
And that's like your initiation to like getting into it, and then your saint is like pointed out through, this is your protector, this is the person that you will have in your home. So when you follow this religion, there's a room dedicated to these saints, and you'll see that they'll have like, they'll constantly put food into the room. They'll have liquor sitting in the room, these statues and things laying around.
So it's a bunch of saints they worship. Yeah. It's not like a god.
It's not. It doesn't. And there's a story behind it that it's saints in relations to gods or something to that degree. And like I said, I never dove into the 100% of like learning what it was. Like, it was always a thing where like I respected it, but I was really too scared to want to dive in to understand. Like, let me find out, because I mean, I've always been into ghosts. I love all that type of stuff, and I think the biggest thing I've ever learned was like, the more you leave yourself open, the more you attract.
So would you say, I sound ignorant.
No, you're fine.
But is it equivalent to voodoo, so to speak?
I wouldn't say voodoo.
Yeah.
I would say they do. There's a good and bad to them.
Yeah.
And there is some that do, malicious things to people, and they could do malicious things to you, and I think I told Alex a story the other day where we're speaking, and me and my friend, we were young and dumb. We would just walk the train tracks, and the train tracks, you would see a lot of dead chickens. You would see like bones on the train tracks, and what that represented was a lot of times they would clean you with a live chicken, say what they would say to, in the whole process.
Yeah.
And they would then leave it on the street dead. They'll break the neck, leave it on the street dead, or leave it on the train tracks. And when a car would hit it or a train would hit it, it'll take your bat away with it. So inevitably you're giving it to someone else, or you're just taking it and throwing it away.
Okay.
So it's funny, like in Miami, you see a lot of times you're just driving, there's just bags in the street. And there's chickens. You see the feathers coming out. You see all these things. And I made the joke to him. I was like, there was one time me and my buddy were walking the train track, and I saw a voodoo doll. And like the voodoo doll was, had things on it, and I kicked it. And I made the joke. I was like, man, there's someone in the living room right now that just flew across the room. Like, I was like,
and what if?
What if? They're just like, no, and they just fly away. They're just like, oh, man. So it's things like that where it's one of those type of, religions that I give the utmost respect.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that side. But I'm also like, I don't want to. And it's because I don't want to open the door to things like, I have so many stories that I've heard from my friend that's put me at points where I'm like, this is crazy. And my friend, he's walked, in his own belief away from that, but he still till this day won't sit here and disrespect it because he's seen the type of.
So what are like the values or the virtues of this religion?
So
what's like the main,
So this is a good story that believe it or not, at the end of the day, it's whatever you guys want to believe. But so funny enough, we were at a hotel, and this was, I believe, 10th grade for me. And we're at a hotel. It was me, my best friend, and a group of us. It was a handful of us. We're staying in a hotel room. And we're out on the beach one night, the first night, and we're having a great time. Like, we're young, but we're having some drinks. We're hanging out. And it was to the point where my buddy takes a picture of me where we set up like a little bonfire on the beach.
Yeah.
And we're having a great time. And he takes a photo of me, nothing. Crystal clear. I take a photo of him, and it's just like a white line going through his photo. And I was like, take another one. I'm like, man. Like,
did it happen multiple times?
It happened like 4 to 5 times. And I
kept telling white streak.
It would white streak, white behind him, white in front of him.
No kidding.
And I kept telling, like, dude, I get goosebumps talking about this. Yeah. And it's to the point where I'm telling him, I'm like, man, like, look, like, it didn't happen to mine. Like, I'm holding the phone, and I'm like,
you're doing the same thing.
And I'm like, my fingers aren't near the camera.
There's no bugs or anything like that?
And it was to the point where it was consistent. Mind you, before this, we were at our friend's house, and she was telling us how she went she went on a vacation with her family, and on the vacation, they stopped at a haunted city. In the haunted city, they were taking photos, they're doing all these things, and they're telling them stories about all these stores and all these like abandoned locations. She took a photo, and she showed us the photo of this guy. It was a gentleman standing in front of the store, and all you saw was this, like, from here up, and he was looking like he was in the store, and there was no one there. It was an abandoned city. The gentleman had like a little top, like a fedora.
She showed
top.
you that photo?
She showed us the photo.
What do you think?
And so funny enough, she sat there, and this adds to the story. She sat there and she goes, he followed me.
Stop, fam.
And she goes, he followed me, and she goes, we've seen him in our house. And we're joking. I'm like, oh man, hopefully he likes to turn up. Like, we're all laughing about it.
Yeah.
And so, mind you, now we jump back to the beach. I'm taking these photos, and I'm like, oh man, so we've heard about this. I'm taking photos of this. And I'm like, dude, I don't get it. Mind you, it was like 8 of us. And we're in a hotel room that has 1 bed. So I stole the couch cushions because there was like a pull-out bed. I stole the couch cushions. I threw it in the closet, and I was just hanging out in the closet. I made my own little room.
Yeah.
And for some reason, we all conjured around the closet. We were, tipped out. So we're like just hanging out. We're eating like different foods. It was me, my best friend, and then another gentleman. And he was there, and he was standing there. And mind you, this is a big dude. He was on the football team. We're all talking. He's in the middle of a store, and he goes, froze. And I go, Julio. I look over. He gets up, and he walks out the hotel. And I go, what? We all chase him. Like, all 8 of us are chasing him down the hotel. We get to the lobby, and he's in tears. And we're like, what happened? He goes, dude, there was someone standing behind Maggie. And we're like, what do you mean? He goes, dude, I don't know. All I saw was a hat. I dropped. Because it literally matched, everything he said matched the gentleman that had followed her from the thing. And my buddy literally sat there, and he goes, it was probably my saint protecting me, keeping him away.
Stop. Okay, so Maggie, right?
Yeah.
So so the ghost was following her.
Yeah.
Okay. The ghost is a saint?
No, the ghost was from the city.
Okay.
But my buddy, my best friend,
he's the one
is
that
in
practices.
Santería. So his family, they give you the saints you get protect you, are supposed to protect you against evil.
Yeah.
And
so he saw his saint.
No, he was my friend. I guess I saw his saint in my photos.
Okay.
But his saint was really there because he saw that this gentleman with the top hat was following this other young lady.
Yeah.
And was there, and was like, I need to make sure he doesn't fuck with this guy.
So did Maggie tell the whole group
she
about
told the
this?
whole group after.
So this is after your homie Julio was crying, and then she's like, let me tell you something.
Is he crying because he was scared?
He was scared. He said, he's like, I've never seen something that looks so real that just wasn't there.
So why did he just walk? Well, like, he didn't want to.
He didn't want to warn you guys.
No, I was like, he was like, fuck it, they can take them. Like,
let me make sure I don't say
we got nothing.
Yeah, I was like,
I just got me.
So he just said, fuck you guys. Yeah. I'm out. Let me cry though.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, but it comes down to it where like, and I don't know what religion he believed in, but you just like, these are things that like, when it's just like with these type of like religions, like there's just so many different things that come up. I sat there and I was initially sitting, we're hanging out and we're on the balcony and we're young. We're like in middle school, we're hanging out, we're chopping it up. And it got to the point where I'm talking to him on the balcony and there's like a little ledge with for the sliding door, and there's like a little gap that goes from the sliding door into the bedroom, into the living room, and then the bedroom and stuff. So I kind of see, but the curtains are kind of closed like this, so I could only see what I could see, type of thing. And I initially saw someone that looked like they stood, where I saw the shadow of like the shoulder and a little bit of a head on that crevice of the sliding door. And when I was sat there, I was there. I moved forward. I looked into the room. I didn't see a soul.
And this happened in middle school?
This was young. Okay. Yeah, we were young. First time I ever stayed at his house, actually. I had spoken to him about it, and he literally told me, he was like, they're making sure that you have nothing bad on you.
So this is the same friend that was with y'all with Maggie and everybody.
Exactly.
Okay, and he's your best friend.
He's my best friend.
He's your best friend. He practices.
He doesn't practice. His family practices.
His family practices. So is he atheist or he just
does it? No, he believes in God.
He believes in God. Yeah. Got it.
But Julio is the one that left the hotel room.
Yeah, and we ended up coming back.
Yeah.
But obviously the mood's changed. I mean, this guy's.
What did Maggie say? She's like, yeah,
she literally told us the story, and she was like, "Man, I'm gonna be honest. Like, we saw him in our house, but we never took him. Like, we joked around and saying, dude, I saw someone walk in that corner, and we never took it as something serious because it was never something that she was bothered or like she felt like something had happened.
So it was just him just showing himself, but nothing like bad was happening.
I guess,
you know.
But what was so special about Maggie?
Yeah,
that the spirit wanted to
I
cling to her.
I feel like the thing is, it's never something special.
Yeah,
I feel like it tends to be, and I may be wrong. I feel like it's just the weakest. Because I feel like I'm a big believer. I feel like I'm a big believer, but I love like horror movies. Like I can watch horror movies all the time
and think nothing of it, right?
And think nothing of it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like you watch these horror movies like The Conjuring, and these are quote unquote based on true events. I don't know to what degree.
Yeah.
But it always tends to be like the youngest one that has the greatest imagination. That will sit across from someone that's not really there and be like, hey, you're my friend. Like, I'll let you do whatever you want. Like, you want to take over the life of this doll? Like, do it.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm like, get the shotgun. Like, let's figure out let's see how we can handle this.
Yeah, I don't play like that, but damn. So
I feel like genuinely that's what it is.
Yeah. So you feel like genuinely the spirit followed your friend all the way back home. So today, I'm talking about right now, you think that spirit is still with her?
I don't know. And that's the thing. I feel like what ends up happening, and like I said, I can't be 100% on it, but what I could feel like is what they tend to do is they tend to, I may be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't feel personally that there's good spirits amongst us. I feel like good spirits, if heaven's real, they're in heaven. There's no reason to be down here. You know, they say that's the greatest place to be. Why would you come back to Earth? Like, this place is materialistic. This place is, you know, there's temptation all around and all these different things. And that's just my belief.
Sure.
So I sit here and I say, you know, don't get me wrong, having a dream of a family member that's passed away, I think that's possible. I think there's chance of people speaking to you, but I don't feel like you're going to get the chance to talk to your, you know, my uncle who passed away, my grandmother, someone that has passed away on my family that's going to show up and as an apparition and you'd be like, dude, like, do you mind if I just chill here? Like, could I possess something for you and just be here with you?
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's a reality because I feel like they're in the Holy Land.
Right.
You know? And so when I see, when I feel like when it's these situations where there's ghosts presence or apparitions present, I feel like they're here for a different reason.
So do you think they're humans then, or do you think they're demons?
I feel like they would be, I wouldn't say demons. I feel like demons are the worst of the worst type of thing, but I feel like they aren't, I wouldn't say that they're accepted into heaven.
Right. Because I know there's with a lot of a lot of different religions. There's always levels, right? Spirits, to an extent, I agree with you too, right? Where why would the spirits want to stay here?
Yeah.
Unless something bad happened to the spirit or like to the person that passed. Of course, they're going to be locked here, and not by choice.
And they need to finish.
And they need to figure out how to get out of here. Yeah. Right. So that's what I believe. Yeah, I believe yes. I'm Buddhist though.
Yeah.
So we believe there's spirits everywhere.
Okay.
And they're not necessarily harmful. They're just trapped.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't make their way to the Holy Land.
Exactly.
Right? They couldn't make their way to heaven, and they need help getting there. And along with like having dreams of your like family. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. I used to have dreams of my uncle and my grandmother. I was very close to them.
Yeah.
Like super close to my uncle and my grandmother. They were my rock while they were here. They raised me. It was just a lot, right? And when I lost them, it was really hard for me to figure out how to navigate that.
Yeah.
Because one, I wanted to grieve, but for our culture, he's also Thai as well.
Okay.
We try not to cry, and you try not to grieve in that way. Because when you do that, you keep their spirit here. You keep them lingering because they want to stay here now because all you're doing is asking for help.
Yeah.
So during that whole process, I'm trying not to cry at all. And that really fucked with me.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
But I've only dreamt of them once after they passed away. Only once. And they came and talked to me and said, look, I'm going. You don't have to worry about me. Like, I'm all set.
Yeah.
But then...
Yeah, that's beautiful, honestly.
my sister and some other family members, they still have dreams of that. So that means maybe I'm doing okay and other people aren't, because we really shouldn't be asking them to stay here or dreaming about them because you want them to move on.
Of course.
And then for the things that are still here, why I ask is like, do you think it's a demon? It's because that's exactly what it's going to be. If it's not a spirit, and if they're not a human spirit that's locked here for some odd reason,
exactly,
that means it's something more sinister.
And so like and I think honestly that's a beautiful perspective to have. Like I've never, be honestly the first person, both of you are like to kind of to give me this different perspective, because growing up in Miami it was like Catholicism, Santería, all these different things were like, these were like the common perspectives that you ran into in Miami. And I'm not saying there isn't people that believe in, that are, have a Buddhist belief. Yeah. But it's like, I just didn't run into them.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a beautiful perspective, and it's kind of like a crazy perspective in a good way.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, like it builds that callousness of like, like I'm strong for you.
Yes.
And so I find that honestly beautiful. But it's to the point where like, that's why I won't sit here and say, any spirit I see is a demon.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm not saying that
exactly.
Either, right? Yeah.
And that's why, like, I'm adding to that. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect whatever. It's to the point where I'm saying, like, and this is me going back to the movies.
Yeah.
Going back to things, because there's people that are demonologists.
Yeah.
So it's a real thing.
For sure.
It's not like something just fictitious, pulled out of someone's ass.
Yeah.
It's to the point where it's a real thing. It's possessions happen.
Yeah.
I have a really close friend that his mom would get possessed.
No kidding. Is she practicing as well?
Santería. And it was to the point where like she found out that someone had thrown something bad on her. And her grandmother was the one that came in and was all night. And my friend would tell me, he goes, Kev, I'm being honest, like that was my like she would talk bad to me, saying like, you want your mom is gone. You have me. And like, it wasn't the voice, it wasn't her. And like, his dad was like, this is bullshit, this is this. And his dad had faced like being yanked out of bed, being scratched, all these things with this religion.
Yeah.
And it's because people could do bad to you with this type of stuff. And that's why I don't sit here and I'll never disrespect it. Because in my head, I'm like, it's real enough that people could get hurt.
Yeah.
With like, something of yours. I got his shirt, I got this, I got that. And they could mess with you. So it's to the point where like, as I sit here with these demonologists, like it was to the point where like I loved these movies. Like I loved ghost movies.
Dude, I love horror movies, man.
And it was to the point where like demonologists will say like a demon, you'll nose around because of its of the smell. It tends to be a very like dirty sewer smell.
And I never know. You ever hear about that? Like you would smell, like if something's around, you could smell.
And so it's to the point. Funny enough, like in the original Conjuring, there was a point where they'll come into a room and they're like, "Man, it smells really bad in here." And they're like, "Something sounds like it's dead." All these things. When Ed and Lorraine Warren showed up to the house, they smelled it and they go, "We got something bad."
Yeah.
And then there's people out there that are just able to see stuff. And it's just it's that gift, but I feel like they have that gift because they're so open. They wear their heart on their sleeve. And those are the type of people that get the most, get harmed the most, because these entities could really affect them in one way or another, because they know that your energy is theirs as well. If you could spot them and you could kind of work with them, your energy is their energy. And that's how I've always seen it. So that's why like I've been in situations where like, another story, I'm sorry to derail.
No, you're good.
But it was funny. Me, my brother, a group of our friends had went airsofting in Miccosukee. And as we're airsofting in this area, it was funny. We had noticed eyes were looking at us, and you could see it in the distance. Like it was an animal. Obviously, it wasn't anything, paranormal. But it was an animal, and we're like, dude, we should get the fuck out of here. Like, this is like, we're in the Everglades. This could be a panther. We don't know what this is. And so I'm like, I'm not looking to find out.
Yeah.
So we walk over and we're walking around and we've run into this abandoned building. Originally, we thought it was like an abandoned asylum, and it wasn't. It was an abandoned like NASA or it was like one of these abandoned like work areas for one of this government like programs. But people would go there and you would run in and you would see, and there was like bullet holes on the walls. There was all these different things. People would go and just do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
People would go and practice and do different ritualistic things. So funny enough, when we walked up, there was a paranormal investigator there with a group of people that he was doing a tour with.
What?
And we just straight up asked, like, could we jump on with you?
No.
And they go, yeah. Like, come on. And we're like, dude, let's do it. So mind you, we're like 9 deep with airsoft guns.
Oh, hell.
Like, I'm there with my brother had a sniper. I'm there with like a little machine gun, and the guys straight up would looked at us, and like some of these guns look ultra real.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't like you guys gonna shoot me if I don't let you on. And we joked around, but we told him like, oh, these are BB guns, and it's like I'm telling you, it was a group of us. So we walked through, and as we're walking through, he's going through and he's telling us like, this is like stuff here, like you see this type of things on the floor, talking to us about different things. He pulls out one of these like little readers, and the reader's going there. And then he ends up saying, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see if I could catch something, and then we could do whatever. And I was there, I was like,
catch
okay,
something.
yeah, like catch something on his little reader.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, and then we could see if we could like intercept, or we could hear something or whatever.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because mine, he's Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That
went over my head. I was like, what do you mean catch something?
Like, so,
this got real.
Yeah. He's like, give me your gun. I'm gonna go bring this ghost out. So it was to the point where he's there, and I'm walking, and it was literally me and my brother, and I turned the corner, and I'm like, dude, maybe we should just get the fuck out of here. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And as we turn the corner, we're trying to find the way out. And I'm looking down this hallway, and it's a hallway that just has rooms. And then at the end, it was a little window. And it had, like, you saw the moon, like the light of the moon. And we're walking, and as we're walking down, someone walked from one room to the next. And I was like, it's this guy. Like, he's looking for, like, he's catching something.
He's possessed right now.
Yeah, the guy's out there just fucking,
possessed, walking through rooms.
Dancing through the rooms and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's the dude.
Yeah.
We walk down, and we're looking around, and we're like, oh, this place is creepy, whatever. We're walking down. We get to the room that he walked into. Wasn't there. And I was there. I was like, I'm out of here. Like, I am fucking gone. This was probably... I was probably late in high school, so probably 11th, because I ended up going back with a group of my friends.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't with my friends. I told them the story, and we ended up going back. And it was like another group of like 10 of us going back, and at this point, we took some girls. We're like, oh, this place is haunted, this and that. So we took all these group of people, and we just walked through the whole facility.
Yeah.
And it was like a cool thing, but that time, nothing happened. Yeah. It was spotless. Like, me and my friends had gone 2-3 times after that, nothing would happen. Yeah. But it was to the same extent where I was like, that one time, I would literally walk down that hallway with my buddy. I'm like, let's just hang out here for a second. I'm like, I saw something that one time. Yeah. And I wasn't by myself. Like, my brother was with me. Yeah. My brother's a cop. My brother doesn't care about any of that shit. Yeah. He's to the point where he was like, when we walked to that room, I go, yo, he's not here. And he's like, oh, shut up. And we just kept going. Yeah. It stayed with me forever. And your
brother was just like, I'm gonna ignore this shit.
Yeah, I guess my brother has never been a believer in that stuff. Like, my brother doesn't care about horror stuff. Living so close to Orlando, I would go to Halloween Horror Nights all the time. My brother's like, I would never pay someone to scare me. Like, I'm knocking people out if that's the case.
Yeah. Okay. So he's one of those.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. That he's just like, he sticks to it.
Dude, that's fair. And and with this podcast, we're not trying to convince anybody. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like.
I'll tell you, all my stories, to an extent, you guys are probably gonna be like, I don't want this motherfucker in my house anymore.
Bro, yeah, I don't know what's following you. You be hanging around some motherfuckers right now,
like,
man. Like
behind you, not like
yeah, I was like,
but I'm telling you, I used to play. I swear to God, me and my buddies, we would play the Ouija board.
No, you guys.
I swear, I bought it at Target.
Board? No, I've never touched that shit.
I bought it at Target.
Yeah, okay.
So my mom swore that she was there. And she was like, oh, "Yeah, buy it." She's like, "I don't know what it is."
You played the Ouija board?
Yeah, in high school.
Oh wait, did you tell me about this before?
I don't think so.
Well, shit.
Do you think it worked?
Yes and no. Yeah. I think so. There were some moments I'm like, there's no way.
So this is my thing. What I was always told. Like, the reason why Target sells this shit is because the one they can is just a fucking piece of paper.
Yeah.
Until you anoint the board, right? Whatever that is, like giving blood, actually calling. When you're just fucking around with the board, it's not going to call anything.
Yeah.
Right? But you're saying something did happen?
So, yeah, go. Go.
No, I mean, we played in high school. We went to my friend's house. We're in the garage. Yeah. There's probably like 4 or 5 of us. And you know how people hang their bikes on the ceilings?
Oh, yeah.
You know, they just hang them up there.
Yep.
So we're playing the game, and then, you know, we're asking for signs. You know, and then there's a dirt bike, too. Next to my friend. Dirt bikes are pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, they're pretty heavy.
So like it's leaned to one side.
Okay.
This fucking bike jolted.
Stop.
And smacked the shit out of my friend.
I would have.
So we're all freaked out. We're like,
you would have looked back, I would have been gone.
Yeah, we're like, no way. Like
I would be like, who are you?
No, like
I would have walked out.
You know, and I mean, we're stupid. We're like, no, we need more.
What? You know, that's a great ghost to win. You know,
we need more. We need more of a sign. So you know, we asked for another sign. Motherfucking bike on the ceiling got ripped off one of the hooks.
Ripped off the hooks
and started swinging.
Oh,
you know, it almost fell on my friend again. I don't know, whatever reason, my friend, the ghost didn't like. So, he's never tried to kill this guy multiple times.
Guys live it to final destination.
So after the fucking bike fell off the hook, we were like, all right, let's never play this again. That was the last time we played it. Yeah.
No fucking See, like, and like I said, I don't know if it's real or not.
Dude, I don't know, man.
And like, I'm not trying to convince nobody. Yeah. I'm not trying to say that you're lying either.
Don't bother Ouija.
Yeah, but that's wild, dude. Slap by
and I still have a hard time believing. I don't know why.
That's
for me. It's just like, damn, that's crazy, and then move on. You know?
I'm telling you, and that's how some people. And that's the thing. Like, I've always been so fascinated because, like, dude, ever since I was young, I swear, I don't even want to get into like the personal side of it all. But it was like, I always thought, like, dude, at one point, like, what happens? Like, am I just dead? Like, does it just go black? Like, is it game over? So it's kind of been like that thought of like, that's why. And funny enough, me and my mom would always have these little dates where we would watch scary movies, and it'll be like a Friday night when I was young. We would just go on like move-a-thons. Like it was just like horror movie, and we would just watch them. We'll get candy and all these stuff. So me and my mom would watch them, and ever since I was young, I've always enjoyed them. Yeah. And it sucked because horror movies have like a $45 budget and a pack of gum.
Yeah, bro.
So it's like it's to a point where you never have a good horror movie.
Yeah, they're so bad they're good.
Exactly. You know? Like it's to a point where you're watching and you're like, I feel bad for these people, but it's like I don't know what's going on. Like, So I've always been a fan, and that's what honestly made me a fan of like bad movies.
Okay.
Like I love watching like shitty movies.
Me too.
Like Sharknado.
Yep. Sharknado.
Dude, that's a documentary, bro.
It is, man. That's based on true events.
That's true, man.
That's out in Wisconsin. Dude, like that new movie that just came out on Netflix, War Machine.
Is that a horror movie?
Yeah, it was bad, but it was good.
But like the story was good.
Yeah.
But like the acting was bad. So bad.
It was
like,
corny military.
Yes, it was like it started where I was like, dude, this is gonna be the greatest movie of the year.
Yeah. And
it got to one point where I was like, how can I reverse everything I just saw? Like, I don't want to rewatch this. Like there's
gonna be a second one. Gotta watch it. Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah. The way the first one ended, to a point where like spoiler alert. So first one ended to an extent where like the guy just got back from killing a war machine, literally this huge robot with rocks.
Okay.
Bulldozer, killdozer.
Killdozer. And then he literally comes back to the military base carrying his other partner, who I swear to God, that guy is gonna quit the Rangers so fast.
Dude, if I was him in the movie, I'm like, just kill me.
Yeah,
all the shit he went through, like, bro.
He lands, snaps his leg. Bro, what goes another way, snaps his other leg.
And they carry his bitch ass through the whole movie in this fucking
gurney,
dragging his ass through the river
like this the whole time.
falling off a waterfall.
They're trying to like scoot him through like over a river. He drops into the river, floats off like a floaty. Like he's literally just a donut flying down.
Bad car accident at the end.
Horrible car accident where this guy literally, the main Jack Reacher, literally walks out like everyone's burnt to a crisp. And he's like, man, my sprained ankle is going to be really bothering me tomorrow. And he just goes and he finds the other guy just laying there like, he's like, dude, what's going on? Like, he's like, oh, dude, what's up? Like, I didn't know you were still alive. Yeah. That car just literally got obliterated and you walked off of it.
I did see the trailer for it. Or you know when you like just hover over.
Yeah, dude.
And there was the chick in the office, and they're like, "Oh, you better call reinforcements." So I was like, "Oh,
I'm telling you." And you watch it, dude. Watch the trailer, and you're like, "This is the greatest movie to come out." And you watch it, and you're like, "How do you sit there as a director and say, dude, this is making us out the hood? Like, this is like that's putting you further in, bro. Like you owe money to Netflix now."
It's good, man. Watch it.
Damn. All right. Well. So you said you had a Ouija board story.
So funny enough, I had and it was with one of my friends who actually joined the military. He didn't kill any war machine, but so me and him were sitting in my backyard. And mind you, my brother is 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
So my brother likes to fuck with me.
Yeah.
And it was to the point where I'm sitting we're sitting in the backyard, me and my friend. And mind you, I played the Ouija board by myself. Yeah. I played it with friends.
Damn, I played by yourself?
I was out there trying to just reach anyone. I was like, yo, dude, could one of y'all hang out with me? Like, I just need something. But it was to the point because I didn't believe in it. Like, I was so to the point where I'm like, I want to see if something can happen, and I'll leave my fingers off it. Because you play with your friends, and they're like, you lift your fingers. And they're like, dude, it's not even touching.
Yeah.
And it's moving, and it's saying, like, oh, you know, Kevin's gay, and you're like, oh damn! Like, I'm just like, okay, this ghost hanging out with me. Like,
that'd be some shit I would do.
It's like,
yep, that's
like,
one.
No, let's say goodbye. I'm out of here. So it was to the point where so I'd play it because I'm like, I don't believe in this. Like, I genuinely don't. My friends are all like idiots. They're like, no, I swear I'm not moving it, and just like dragging it around.
Yeah.
So, but one story that I had. It was me and my friend playing in my backyard, and we were there and we're playing. And I swear to God, the question we asked we're like, "Is this someone for real? Or this and that?" We're going back and forth, and we're like, "Do you like God?" And I'm telling you, it's another one that gives me just the goosebumps because it was one of those stories where it went literally straight to no. Dude. As that happened, mind you, it's like an area like this. We're in Miami. There was no wind. Miami's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the candle we had, because we had 2 candles. Candles were, and I was like, I literally told my friend, I was like, yo, look at the candle. As I said that, you heard on the side of my mom's house, we have rocks.
Yeah.
And you heard like,
oh, like someone walking on the rocks.
And we literally, me and my friend, literally, I swear to God, we went like this. We're like, goodbye. And we like,
you gotta say goodbye. I remember that. You gotta wash the board.
Yeah, you gotta to say goodbye.
Or it opens up.
It opens up this thing. And so we were screaming goodbye, and I ran. I go, dude, it has to be my brother. We ran over, and my brother was inside, and he locked the door on us. And I go, Richard, was that you? Was that you? And he goes, what? Like, he was there, and we opened the door. I go, were you on the side of the house? He goes, no, man. Like, I didn't give a shit enough to, mess with you guys. He goes, I locked you guys out. But I was like, dude, that was the one moment that it could have been my brother. It could have been anything. That was the scariest time I've ever played. And I think that was the last time I ever played.
Holy shit, dude.
And it's to the point where, funny enough, I tried one time to bring it to my best friend's house that believes in Santería.
Yeah.
It was a big no.
Yeah.
Like, he
was like...
But they'll kill chickens and do all that, but they won't play
Yeah, no, he's to the point where it's like... Yeah. It's not because of the... Whatever. It's like, dude, if you want someone to go home with you, like... So, mind you...
No, that's why I'm playing at your house.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna bring it out for you. So it was to a point, mind you, like, so in Santería, like, it's, there's statues and different, like, housing things that they give you, and it's like to add different benefits, like to bring you wealth, to do this, bring you good health, all these different things. And I walked through one of my good friend's house, and I'm standing there. I'm like, dude, he has like all these things around his house. It's like just vases, tall vases, small things, little dolls, all these things. And I'm just like, I'm looking at them and I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, what happens if I open that? He goes, no one knows.
Open what?
It was just like a tall vase that had a lid. And he goes, whatever's in there is not supposed to be out. So whoever opens it, kind of just...
You're going to take it with you. That's yours.
And he goes, the only way to, quote unquote, heal yourself from whatever's on you is to go to Cuba, to the person who made this, and he will be able to relinquish the evil.
But what if the dude, like, is
dead? That's what I said. I was like, man, what if this was made 2002?
Yeah, well, like, then what do I do?
The guy was 60 years old then. I'm like, that was 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's in my head. I'm like, he tells me all the time. I'll be like, dude, what's in this? He goes, we don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe my grandmother, maybe this. But it's those things that you buy.
Yeah.
And like, so in Miami, it's funny because if you think of a botanic, like a botanic garden, you think of like flowers and all these things.
Sure.
In Miami, it's called botanica.
Uh-huh.
And it sounds like a botanic.
Yeah.
Botanica is usually a place that you go to buy the chickens, buy these things. You buy these vases, so there's literally stores all over like central like Miami. Like if you're like on 67th Ave or A Street, Flagler, one of these areas, you see Botanica. And they're just like all over. And you just go in and you'll buy stuff. And you buy stuff for your religion. Yeah. That's for your spirit.
What?
And they're just all over.
That's a fun fact if you ever want to go to Miami.
Yeah, no,
holy shit.
It's a point where you would see them, and it's like things that I would never, and I recommend no one ever messes with.
Yeah.
But it's things like that where you just like you see them, and you're like, I would drive by them, and I'm like, I've never ever stepped foot in one, but like people do. Like, I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, there's something keeping them in business.
Right.
So it's like, and you see them all over the place, and they're just like random little things. Like they just look like a storefront, and they'll have like I wish I could show you one on Google Maps.
Yeah.
If anything, I'll show you guys after.
Yeah.
And because there's one I know if I pull it up on Google Maps, it'll have a saint standing in front because I always drove by it as a kid. And even this last time I drove by it, and it just has Jesus Christ on a crutch and just blood on him from like where he was crucified.
Do tourists like want to come in and just fucking, what do they see that shit?
This is more like inner Miami.
This is like little tourists, Cuba.
This is like little Havana. Not even little Havana, because I didn't live in like a predominantly like Hispanic community. It was very mixed. I mean, it's just Miami's purely Hispanic. So it's like everyone is at one point or another is going to be like Cuban or Puerto Rican,
right? Yeah.
Something to that extent, Nicaraguense, all these different things. But it's to those extents where like you would see like it's out there.
Yeah.
So it's like you drive by them and you're like, damn, like this is real. Like these are like real things. There's one that's right, honestly, close to my mom's house, and you drive by it and they pay a homeless guy to to sweep and to keep the area clean.
Yeah.
And that's one that has like a saint that stands in front of it and stuff, and he literally just has a chair, sits down, and he sleeps in it. And he just wakes up and he sweeps it, cleans up the area, and they pay him.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's wild out there, and it's like I'm telling you, you see dead chickens on the road, left and right. You go over a train track, you'll see bags, and like this isn't in like downtown Miami. You're not gonna see this in Miami Beach.
Yeah.
So the tourists that go out and go to these places, like they don't run into it, but like growing up in Miami.
Like,
you're seeing it. Like, you see it. Like, I swear to God, there's chickens just walking around the street.
So, like, okay. I don't know why this just came in my head. So, like, if you're practicing and you need a chicken, like, would you just randomly, like, I'm just going to go outside really quick for the loose chickens and just grab one?
Easily.
Or do these botanicas, like, do they sell chickens too?
They'll sell animals. There's botanicas for animals.
Oh, damn.
So it's like, you're not going to like, I need a hamster. Like you're getting like,
you're getting something to sacrifice.
Yeah. So it's funny. One of the times for New Year's, I don't know how I fell into the situation, but it was me and my good friends. We'd walked into one of my good friend's house. His grandma was doing a cleaning for him. So she literally has a live chicken in her hand, and she's like smacking him with it, saying stuff.
Oh, hell.
And the chicken's bugging out.
Yeah.
Like the chicken's tweaking out. Mentally, the chicken's like, I know what's next.
Oh, shit.
So she does it, and she's like, Kevin, ven aquí. She tells me, come over here. Bah, starts cleaning me, doing all this stuff, and I'm just standing there. I'm like, man, I'm getting hit by this dirty chicken. Like, then you go and you get like fruits and you throw it into the pool. Like it's like a little kiddie pool, and you're just throwing it into the pool, like feeding them, the saints. And then I wasn't there for the after party, but that's supposed to bring you a clean year, away from all the.
Did it?
I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember the year. I remember the cleaning because that's going to be in my head for the rest of my fucking life.
Dude.
Like, I've never been that close to a chicken, ever.
Ever. Besides KFC and Popeyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Do people use Santería to cause harm against other people?
100%.
I find that odd. If
they
it's like a
religion,
if it's a good religion, yeah. Right? If it's a
so there's a good side and then there's a bad side,
right?
And the good side, a lot of times you'll see people when they have an illness or sickness, they would turn to a saint to help heal them.
Yeah.
Then there's a side that makes voodoo and does things like it's not like an African voodoo type of thing. Like,
so what is it called? It's not
like
called
just
a saint.
Is it just witchcraft? Well, there's a saint.
It's like a witchcraft, but it's a saint.
There's a saint of like. Is there a saint of like death and whatnot?
So
a mother of death.
I have like I have a tattoo on my chest of the saint of death, but I don't know if that's into Santería. I just got it because it looks really cool, honestly.
Right. Yeah, no. Yeah.
But it was to the point where I don't know what those saints are called or what they pertain to.
So I know there's a gang out there that worships a specific saint.
Really, I don't.
Yeah. I think Have
you heard about that?
I think so.
So it's to the point where like I know that there's people out there that take Santería and will do harm. Like if they get your hair, a hat, a shirt, whatever, they could potentially, and I don't know because like I said, I wasn't involved in it. So but this is from what I think I've seen.
Yeah.
To the point where like they could take materials.
Yeah.
And like when I saw that voodoo doll on the train tracks was, I swear to God, to the point where it was literally a doll just standing there like this, like with little stubs.
Yeah.
With a red bow on it. And it's something in between the bow and the doll, and it had little needles on it.
That's wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this is like
it's odd to me.
So odd, interesting, a little scary at the same time.
And that's the thing. Like it comes down to that point where like my friends. So funny enough, like I have one of my good friends who went into just an occupation that he had some trouble in.
Yeah.
Me and him had a good conversation. He goes, my family is telling me that the reason that I'm not getting this occupation is because I haven't committed to my saint.
No kidding.
And I said, but what if?
But then
I said, I told him exactly. I go, but what if that same blockage that you're having is because you haven't committed to God?
Yeah.
And I said, I go, I could sit here and say anything to you.
Yeah.
I go, obviously you're gonna take it wholehearted because that's your family.
Yeah.
And you're going to run with what they've always believed in and how they've done stuff. Like he had a situation with a previous, partner that he had. And he had talked to his saints. He's like, I need a sign. I need whatever. Ran into the situation and they split up immediately after. So in his eyes, he was like, my saint helped me.
Because he's like, the sign came
sign
true.
Was there.
And
yeah, the sign was there.
That's what I asked for.
And so he was like, man, maybe they're right. Like, why would they steer me the wrong way? And I'm like, I think the biggest thing is as you grow up and you start realizing is like your parents and the people you care about are here on earth for the first time too. They don't know the playbook. Like we've always put them as that superhero position, but at the end of the day, like I could go to my dad and talk to him about something that I'm going through and he'll be like, fuck, I don't know. Yeah, he's like, good question. Look it up on Google.
Yeah.
And it was like,
try harder. I don't know.
Yeah, try harder.
Like,
exactly.
So it's to the point where like things like that, where it's like obviously you put so much reliance and security in family, but like obviously someone like me who grew up in a different type of household, my idea of like family has been Alani, my daughter, my friends. That's my family. I care and love for my mom, dad, brother, everyone. But my family is the people that I could count on, where I could call, and I won't feel like there's hesitation in speaking with me, and they would give me the honest truth. And there's sometimes I feel like people would say stuff just to say stuff, but that's how I see stuff. So I tell my friend, I go, if this is how you see it, and that's what you believe, do whatever you do. But at the end of the day, that same blockage is because it could be you just haven't committed to God. Could be this, could be that.
Got a bad resume, not qualified. I don't know.
I don't know. You don't know how to speak right.
All things, it's like, maybe
no
because
cologne.
you need certifications.
Would you wear a suit? I don't know.
It's like you've been applying for CEO positions that you haven't gone to college.
I don't know. Yeah.
So it's like things like that. But it's like at the end of the day, like I'm a big believer of manifestation.
Yeah.
Like I put my life into that. And I feel like that's what's gotten me to where I'm at today. But it's like I tell my buddy the same thing. I'm like, you have to just believe that you could do it. Like if you're sitting here saying because of this or because of that, brother, you're not going to do anything. Like you're just going to fall behind everything you do because you're going to easily point to something else.
Yeah.
Like so it's to the point where I'm like, if that's the way you're taking it, you're putting the blame on everything else except the main the person. Yeah. And it's you.
And that's what it is, though, right?
That's what it is.
At the end of the day,
I mean, what if someone said Buddha is keeping you from progressing in life, right?
Like,
how would you take that if your family said that to you?
I'm like, well, that's the hard part because everyone knows, at least for the family, like Buddha doesn't do that, right?
Right, I know that. But
if they say like,
in this context,
if like, hey, Buddha did, I was like, nah, I know exactly. Because I know me
exactly.
Right, I know I can be lazy, and I know there's certain look. I will never never put that blame on faith or any external forces because at the end of the day, it's going to happen to me.
Yeah.
It's going to be my choice. Did I do a good job? Maybe I did, and I still didn't get it, and that's okay. I think that's what people need to understand too.
Yeah.
Right? You could do...
And it's easy to blame something like outside forces, right?
Yeah.
It's because my saint didn't want me to.
And it's always easy to blame just anything. Like no one wants to
anything.
No one wants their ego killed.
And, well, you got to grow up. I don't know what to say.
I live
what happens.
in real life.
This is real life. Like, I'm telling you, I swear to God, like when I disconnected my, I know real estate.
Yeah.
And I would meet people that did very well in that field. And I sat there and I would be like, man, like you do very well. Like, what advice would you give someone like your younger self?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, man, like, that's a great question. And they'll just talk and talk. And I was like, man, I'm getting great answers by not being that asshole of like, I know everything you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Like, experience teaches a million times faster than the book would.
Right.
So it's to those extents where I'm like, I could sit there and be like, I'd rather talk to someone who's been in the field than buy a book that says, hey, this is how you do this, this, and that.
Sure.
And I feel like to be able to communicate with someone that you want to ask for advice or seek some sort of knowledge from them.
Yeah.
You have to kind of like not make it, you're not being that arrogant or egotistical person where you want to sit there and be like level-headed and like,
you gotta be
like,
humble.
Man, you do great. Like, could you give me tips? And that's what I've fallen in love with that approach.
Yeah.
And that's how I made a lot of my friends like in the gym and people that I talk to constantly where I was like, dude, you're huge. Like, give me advice. Like, how do I get bigger arms?
Work.
Yeah, it's
that's
like,
it.
All right.
Just work. Like, yeah, damn.
You don't got steroids? Not
I knew that answer. I think that's a good segue, though. We're dads, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know your relationship with your parents, right? And we kind of talked about our relationship with our parents and how that really came out to be and how that affected us growing up.
Yeah.
What do you want for your kid, for your daughter? Because now we're talking about this right now, right? Like you got to throw that ego out. You got to know that it's not God's fault. It's not mom and dad's fault.
Magic.
Yeah.
Spirits.
Like at the end of the day, maybe it's your fault.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever thought about that? Like, are you prepared, or do you feel ready to have that kind of like tough conversation with your kid? Because they're gonna be fucking distraught. So
one thing that I feel like I've always been really good at is having awkward conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it because like I'm an out-of-state investor. Like I'm buying houses from multiple states away that I've never been to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to the point where like I have to be able to confront people when I feel like they're trying to backdoor me on something where it's like I'm very good at saying like I feel like there's a double-sided story to this. So I've been good with that with Alani. I've been good with that with my friends. I've been good with that with all these people that I'm able to communicate with.
Mm-hmm.
And so awkward conversations don't scare me. It's more of the thing where like I grew up realistically and we've gotten a chance to know each other pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I hope I haven't come off as a person that just talks numbers.
Oh, no,
because that's not like I don't like to portray myself like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up in a household predominantly, a financially insecure household.
Mm-hmm.
Like a household that if there was more money coming in, I genuinely feel like my parents wouldn't have been together.
Mm.
And they realized like, wow, divorce is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just stay in this room. You stay in this room. We shake hands and we keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up in that household where finance was, the biggest issue. So growing up, I was like, I want to make money. Like that was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I always kind of had like really, I'm not going to say dead end jobs because I know people that work it and they've worked it for a long time, but jobs that are very hard to move up. And one of those jobs was working at Equinox, the gym. Worked at the front desk. And I met so many great people. And one of the things I learned from Equinox is like, man, there's a lot of people coming in with American Express Black cards. These are cards that you're spending over $1 million a month on. These are ridiculous cards to even obtain. And I know I'm around wealthy individuals. My biggest thing was I didn't want what I grew up with my daughter. I go, how could I change that? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, me and my wife, if we argue, I don't want it to be about finances. I want it to be about, I did something stupid. She did something stupid. Well, I did something stupid. And so it's to the point where it's like, but I don't want money to be the holding factor.
Got it. Right.
I want it to be an issue where it's like, I don't want to put my life into something that I am working 90 hours a week for.
Yeah.
So it was essentially to the point where I'm like, I would sit there and my biggest opener would be like, man, you carry yourself very well. You speak very well. Like if you could talk to your younger self, what advice would you give? And man, these people would be floored. They would just be like, man, I was doing bench press, dude. Like now you're approaching me with this shit. And I'm like, and I'll talk to these people. We'll speak about that. And I got so many different, tidbits and pieces of advice.
Yeah.
And funny enough, a lot of them were related to like, enjoy your life. I wish I partied more. I wish I drank more with my friends. I wish I did this. I wish I did that. All these little things that they would talk about. And essentially it got to the point where I started getting an idea. I ran into a gentleman who did very well in real estate. And I spoke with him. He was the type of person where he was like, man, like, I'm going to be honest. Like, if I had money in my pocket, it freaks me out. I was like, shit, give it to me. I'll take that shit.
It freaks you out.
Yeah, I was like, and
I'm trying to go buy stuff right now.
Yeah, and then as I've grown in my real estate, I've gotten the same like mentality. I'm like, I know how to make this money work. Like, why is it just hanging out with me? Like, I need to buy another house. I need to do this. I need to do that. And so it's crazy that, I spoke with him for probably like a couple months. He's given me great advice. And then I just jumped into the field. I worked with different mentors that I paid tons of money for. And it was just all coming from money I've saved up in these jobs. Like I just saved up a bunch of money. And essentially it turned out where like I was able to buy my first rental. It became a shit show. I learned so much. And it was just that idea of, you win or you learn. And I just kept repeating it. I built a portfolio and boom, it just became that idea where I was like, I want to show that risk isn't as scary as everyone makes it out to be. It's just work. And a lot of people don't want to work. And that's my biggest thing where like, I want my daughter to be able to grow up, not come into the situation where like, I fell in love with theater. I've always wanted to do acting. I did small things here and there in Miami. I did commercials. I did, photo shoots.
It's on Netflix.
I was in a movie on Netflix when I was younger.
Nice.
And it was like a love that I had. But, one of the things was like, it was it was like that grand slam, you know, to be the next Leonardo DiCaprio, to do this, to do that. Things like that just made it where it seemed like this could work, and I love doing it, but I don't need a could situation. I need a for sure situation.
Mm-hmm.
Then I look up, and real estate makes the most millionaires in the world, and I was like, this is it.
This is it.
And the best part that I loved about real estate so much was I would get acting gigs, auditions. I would read the script and I'll be like, this is way too hard. This seems too hard. I have to really push myself for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get scared and I'll walk away.
No.
I wouldn't even go to the audition.
Okay.
Real estate was the one that I'm like, this is broken. You know, the people in the house won't pay me, or the governmental program won't pay me.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find a solution.
Mm.
Real estate was the one thing that was like, bitch, if you don't want to work, like, you're gonna still lose a lot of money.
Yeah,
so it was like, it was one of the things that had me hooked, and it has me hooked for 30 years.
Mm.
And it has me hooked for 30 years on, you know, over so many houses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it just became that thing of like sinking or swimming. And obviously the goal is not to sink, and just continue pushing. And that's where in my head, I see that for my daughter, where I want to show them, you know, you don't have to commit something for the love of money, because that's what I fell into. I want you to fall into something for the love of the game. And I want you to, if you go to college, if she goes to, you know, college for anything, if she doesn't like this major, cool. Find something that you enjoy better. If that's something that doesn't work for you, find this, find that, find that. I want you to enjoy the things that I couldn't. I don't want you to be held down just because dollar signs are the issue. And you always need money in life. At the end of the day, it's needed.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. You know, I'm not going to say it's needed to be happy, but it just opens opportunities for happiness in my eyes. But it's that type of thing where I want her to essentially feel free enough, not where she's going to get things handed to her, but things to a point where my daughter could say, I think I jumped into this career path, or I think I did this, or I think I did that I didn't want to. I kind of want to change directions. And see life as like what I see it now, where I fell in love with what I do, and be like, I don't feel like I work a day in my life. Like,
so you truly want her to do something that she loves. Even so, we have another friend that he's in the restaurant business, and that's it's tough. You're there every single day.
Very tough.
You might not get paid for a whole year. You know what I mean? And most Asian folk, they do that. Yeah. They go straight into the restaurant biz. If their parents are in it, kids usually follow suit. Yeah. Right? Usually. He's like, I really don't want my daughter, or for his example, his son, to follow suit and go into the restaurant business. Yeah. But let's say your daughter, she's, you know, you created this financial freedom, right? It's not like you're giving her the money, but what if she's like, you know what, I really don't want to do anything? What happens if you have that conversation? It's like, I just want to flip burgers every day. Is that okay with you?
If there's a difference between not doing anything or flipping burgers.
Yeah.
Not doing anything, I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah.
You know, life is life. Like, it's not easy for anyone. With financial freedom, everyone has stress, everyone has different problems that they go through. If she finds the love and she just falls for it wholeheartedly of working the front desk at Equinox, like I still to this day, my favorite job when I was working that front desk at Equinox. I made so many friends. I spoke with people constantly, and it was to the point where I had such a good time doing it that it didn't feel like I had something on my back. I would show up, talk to people, shoot the shit, scan people in, clock out, and go work out and go home, take a nap, be there next day.
It's good.
And
keep going.
If she did something where she's like, man, I love this, I would say, keep doing it, but like find a way to grow in it. And that's the thing. I'm not going to say it like everything gets boring after you plateau.
Yeah, for sure.
Find a way to keep growing in your industry. You know, if it's owning your gym or doing this or doing that, find a way to capitalize on it, because I feel like that's what we live in, a capitalistic world. It's like there's ways that I used to, in middle school, I used to sell candy. I got suspended twice selling candy out of my backpack.
I used to sell candy.
Yeah. And so it's like, I got in trouble so many times for just selling Jolly Ranchers out of my backpack.
Yeah.
But that's just, I've always had that inclination where I was like, I don't want to fall into my parents' thing.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where, like, I don't need my daughter to be a multimillionaire.
Sure.
But if she does well enough with her husband, and she has a family, like, it's unfortunate at the end of the day that when I pass, she's going to end up with my portfolio. And she likes it or not, she keeps it going or sells it. It's on her thing. I'm dead. I have nothing to keep up with. She could do whatever she wants. Nothing's going to bother me.
Yeah.
That's the whole point I built it, is you could take care of your family. You could do whatever you want, and you're going to have to. You're going to grow up. Like, same way I'm growing up taking care of my daughter. I sit here and I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm just, I try every day. And that's the same thing with her. Like, she's going to have to learn. She's going to have to grow and do all these things. And it's to the point where if you could go and, like, I know people that make, that don't make 7 figures, 6 figures, they do, but they're the happiest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
They live within their budget. They go surfing. They go snowboarding. They go on their vacations, and they're the happiest people.
Yeah.
So money isn't the capital of it all, but it's to the point where it's like, if you could live within your means and you're happy with it, I don't care what you do. Like, just be happy. And I think that's the biggest thing is, like, I think, the thing that I think holds people back from the happiness is just things getting too real and not having your imagination to live on.
Yeah, that's pretty real. And it's like not working. I think that's the tough part.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you don't want to work for it. Then you're never going to get what you want. Like, no one's going to just give it to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Did I say anything that you didn't believe in? I feel
I agree. Just listening, man.
That's why I thought you went like this. You were like, all right, like.
No, like that's. Yeah.
And that's why, like, there's everyone has their own beliefs. Like, I have no situation where, like I said, I came myself where, like, money was my biggest catapult. Like, I didn't care about anything else. Like, if we had OnlyFans back in the day or Feet Finder, dude, you would have seen my feet all over the web.
Let me tell you, I thought I could maybe fucking sell my feet. I was like, what if I just do it? You know what I mean?
Man, I got monkey
like, what
feet.
happens?
I can't do it,
but
man.
what if someone like that? You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, damn.
I'm making
this
bread.
Is passive income for no reason.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought about it. Even over this podcast, bro. I was like,
yeah, you're like, I don't even have to do this shit. I don't have to talk to this bald guy or this guy. Like, I'm good, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I really thought about it, and I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to hide that from my friends.
Yeah. I'm a photographer. What do you take pictures of? Stuff.
Like, it's embarrassing going on Google and trying to, like, how do I sell pictures of men's feet? Like, it's super embarrassing. Because I was like, I need to figure out something. Like, I don't hate my job. I want to do more. Right? Yeah. To what you were saying, I was like, man, maybe I legit thought about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a joke. I was like, maybe I could sell my feet. I was never gonna sell my wife's feet. I could sell mine. Like, I could objectify my own feet.
Oh, dude, now we have AI. Take a picture, make them like nice and girly.
Dude, oh man, it's shit like that. But before we wrap up, I know we're running out of time.
I know I spoke a lot.
No, you're good.
You're good, man.
This is what it's about, literally, right? But I love asking, what is your favorite all-time, like, fucking dad buy, like, for your kid? Like, for example, my favorite thing is the baby Brezza, like formula and the bottle washer. Fucking favorite. I don't think I could have lived with my 2 kids without those 2 fucking items, bro. I love it.
I'm gonna be honest, and I think it's. I would say because your kids are older now.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit,
2.
Yeah. You're
202.
Yeah, and but your daughter's 2 months older than mine.
Yes.
I think the best thing I've ever seen that I bought is her little jumper.
Oh, like the bouncer thing?
Yeah, the bouncer.
Yeah.
And it's because I've never seen someone jump so crazily and have so much fun that I was like, I could sit there and I'll call all my friends and be like, just, yo, watch this.
No, like she'd be like booking it on it.
I swear to God, give her another year and she's gonna be LeBron James. Like she's gonna be slam dunking it, because dude, she just sits there and she's just bouncing around.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, dude, this is the funniest thing to watch.
Dude, my kids never jump like that.
Really?
Yeah. That's why my bottle washer is my favorite.
I'm gonna send you a video of her jumping because I'll sit there and I'll just record it and I'm like, dude, this is hands down the funniest shit.
No, my daughter would cry in that thing.
I
gave up. One, she didn't fit ever. Two, she just didn't like it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, I don't think we'll ever experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I was like, don't get me wrong. I have the baby Brezza. I think the other most clutch thing we've ever had was that little outlet for her foot. You know, it kind of gives you like her breathing and it shows you other things. It would notify you if she's not breathing.
Yeah.
So I've never had to run into that situation, but I'm like, I've always
it's a peace of mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you have something like that?
Nah, dude.
No.
We spoke.
We spoke about it.
He was like, I just watched the camera. I'm like,
I watched it super close, dude. Like I'm like this, and I'm like, it's barely fun. I'm like, all right, she good.
So, but besides the baby Brezza, because like, man, I load that shit up like a revolver. I'm like,
done,
throwing these shits in, throwing little mint in. I'm like, moving
like little mint.
I'm just tossing that bitch in.
Yeah.
And dude, that's like before I came here, I loaded it up. I was like, I saw bottles. I was like, all right, let me put this.
What was I thinking, man?
I told
you never got one?
No, Jackie ordered one. I was like, nah, babe, like we don't need that. I'll hand wash it. Save money, you know. Now, like listening to you guys, I'm like, I'm an idiot, dude. Washing bottles is fucking stupid,
dude. It's the worst.
We are,
especially
2026.
All that water, wasting water because these damn bottles are so intricate. You gotta
bro.
My water bill could have fucking paid for that shit.
No, dude. It's to the point where, like, funny enough, when I go to Miami and I'm with her, I gotta clean it by hand, and I'm like, dude, this prehistoric shit that I'm doing. But but it's still the other thing is like it's just funny because like the baby Brezza it's to that point where I'm like, mind you, I have like 7 strollers in my garage, so I've been through a million strollers at this point. I still put the baby Brezza as one of the top purchases.
Oh, for sure.
And it's just because like, man, I'll set that thing up, and like I just imagine. Oh damn! That was hot.
I saw that.
I was out there. I just imagine that one day that you're like, "Fuck! I forgot to wash when I was supposed to." Now there's 12 bottles, and you're like,
"Dude."
And like for
your
me,
baby's hungry. You got no clean bottles.
You're just like,
it's 2 a.m. You're like,
you're out there with a red Solo cup, like
just shaking that thing like this, dude.
Yeah, like a bar. What you're doing, dude. But it's to a point where I'm like, the baby Brezza. It's so easy that like. I'll see 3 bottles, it loads 4, and I'm like, fuck it. Like, when the next one comes out, I'll have other ones.
Yeah, done.
Maybe next time.
Next time.
We have another
number
one?
2?
Part 2.
Maybe.
Baby number 2, man. Because we haven't changed out our baby Brezza. This is the original one. Yeah. It has been put to work. Man. This is a
yours is a different colorway from mine.
Yeah,
it's dope.
A fucking workhorse.
Dude, I finally cleaned mine. I should have cleaned it a year ago.
What?
The Brezza? I cleaned it when I was putting it away. I'm like, let me clean this. It's all crusty. I'm like, damn, I'd put this to work.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, man. My favorite item. But no, you're not the only one that thinks that way.
Dude,
originally we did too.
It's old school, man. You know, we never used a dishwasher growing up.
No, yeah.
My parents believed that was wasting water.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come find out, it's not.
It's not. Saving water.
Yeah, but like just elbow grease, man. That's all I ever knew.
My parents, her parents were
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just wash it? It's like, you don't understand how many bottles my fucking kids got to go through. Especially my daughter. She's an eater, dude.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
I don't have many bottles because they're expensive too. So I had maybe like 6 good ones.
Yeah. See?
You know, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went through 6 bottles easy.
Really?
And I had to clean it.
Yeah. No. We had 8.
Yeah.
We had 8 bottles.
I was too cheap to buy more bottles because I didn't want to clean more bottles.
Yeah, we had 8. See, we were being strategic though because it cleans 4.
Yeah.
So we had 8.
Yeah.
4 goes in.
I don't even want to tell you guys how many bottles we had.
Bro.
I swear to God, there was one point where I would, because I cleaned all the bottles and I would make sure, I'm like, all right, I counted 18 bottles that we had.
Damn. Wait, all dirty? Or you
No,
just
no,
bought it?
no,
I was like,
they're all
I thought you had a baby present, bro.
It was to the point where like I would organize, I'll clean them, I'll organize them, and I'll have like those Dr. Browns or whatever. Yeah. Then I had these Mama whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I had them all set up where it was like 12 or 13 of these Dr. Browns and like a couple of these Mama ones.
Yeah.
And it was like on her the registry. So motherfuckers are like,
they
just
buy
40 bottles.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So we have like now she's going to the bigger bottles.
Yep.
And I'm fortunate that we just had so many left over that I was like, fuck it, I have them sitting in the closet.
Yeah.
Just gotta clean them.
We literally just gave it away. Because we just cleaned out our house these past few days. We had boxes of just bottles.
Yeah.
And untouched.
Damn.
Because of the registry.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I feel really bad because we literally only use 8 bottles.
I don't want this junk in my house.
Yeah.
Like, see ya.
So yeah, we donated.
PTSD, you know?
Oh man. So but fuck bottles, man. I can't wait. I
know.
Wait.
I was like, dude, I can't. I'm gonna be eating like a piece of. It's funny because I'll make steak and I'll be eating it and I'm like, I'm like, try it, and she'll just be like, she'll suck on it.
Yeah.
And I'll pull it away. And she's like, give me that shit
dude,
back.
Yeah.
She's like, that's
Addie likes meat, dude. She likes meat.
I seen her with a burger. I think she had a burger.
Yeah. Or
when I was there.
A brat.
Oh, was it a brat?
Yeah. She eats whatever I eat.
Dude, so do you guys ever go to the? I'm not trying to extend this, but I'm just saying that if you guys ever go to like where the farmers market is in Parker.
Dude,
like once a long time ago.
Okay, dude. So I'm not saying go to the farmers market, but there's like this, corner store that sells like, it's just like fresh stuff.
Yeah.
So they have like a little convenience store side, but they have like the side with fresh meat.
Yeah.
And it's like vacuum sealed, and it's like it tells you what farm it came from here in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I get different brats. I get my steaks there. It's always been so good. And the other thing is down the road, there's a Fika coffee.
Mm.
So there's a Fika coffee that's good coffee. And then a little further down, there's a baby store that when, Kai grows out of stuff, I make sure with, the missus, hey, we don't need this. When I go get coffee, I'll take it to the store. They take donations.
Oh, they do?
That's good to know.
So I'll literally take some stuff. Yeah. Okay. And I'll literally take stuff and you can
like
take
toys and everything?
Diapers that are still in the, I think still in the bag. Obviously not. My daughter's shit in this one. Y'all want this? Like, it's a point where, just clean it out, man. Yeah. So it's the point where like diapers, bottles, I think they accept everything because they give it, then they donate it to some, I guess, house or whatever. Mm. So we'll take stuff there. If it's not my brother, because my brother's having his first daughter now. Yeah. First kid next month.
Nice.
Damn.
Beat him to it. And so it's the point where we gave him a bunch of shit. Yeah. I had some stuff. I made sure it was good with her. And she's like, yeah, like we'll take it and you just give it to her. And so that's what I did. But yeah, for the most part, like they're convenient because when she grew out of that diaper, like I don't know the sizes. Yeah. Lonnie does. She'll tell me buy this diaper, but the ones that don't fit, she's like, take it to the thing, and it could be open. The box could be open, but if the diapers are still there, you could give them. Yeah. That's dope, and they give you the receipt, they give you all that stuff, so you can quote unquote write it off, or whatever.
I never do. Yeah, just you're doing me the favor.
Yeah, I was like, you're helping me out.
Yeah, I'm not writing no more fucking paperwork. Yeah. But no, that's awesome. I think again, well, first off, thanks for coming in and sharing about Santería because we never, no idea.
Yeah.
Right. I was going to do some research before you came, just so I could have something to maybe at, but your stories were great, and I believe in all this stuff. I really do. No matter what religion or what faith you really are, there's something out there. I think there's something out there.
I believe it too.
I really would want to believe that I'm just a meat bag and there's nothing else. Yeah, that's what I really hope. I really hope I just die and that's it. I don't want to be a lingering spirit. I don't want to do any of that. I just hope I'm just a meat bag and we're done. Yeah, that would be the most ideal situation. But with all of these conversations, it's wild. Yeah. It is wild. So
it's so intricate it never like there's not like I mean we sit here and we talk about how Earth was made and how life was made, all these things, and it's just to that point where you sit here and you're like nothing is just there's really no answer to anything.
Right.
Exactly. And that's why like I see, and then I'll end it with this, is like I feel like life for everyone is all about the perspective you have.
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day. So again, thank you. And always, please like, subscribe, follow us, leave a comment. Let's talk about it. This is our first time hearing about Santería.
Prove me wrong if I said anything wrong. I'm open to being corrected. I have no problem. I want to learn. If I made a mistake, I'm sorry to any community that I disrespect. But at the end of the day, I'm always, I think I try to speak with the most respect to any religion and never dismiss it. So write in the comments if I said anything wrong or something you want to add. And
let's have that conversation, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Peace out.